Hello and welcome to another episode of Transforming with Carol. My name is Carol Mushota. I'm a transformational speaker and movable optimist, writer and blogger, and I'm here to help you become the best version of yourself in your personal life as well as your business. Today we are talking success tips in the new year for the rest of your life, and we are at this lovely setup of Meraki Cake Bar, and it's in the heart of Rhodes Park on Chaholi Road, and it's a place of serenity. I recommend that you come here just to reflect, just to sit down, just to introspect, because that is one of the habits that the successful have. The habits of the wealthy. One of the things that you need to remember is that it's not so much about a new year and new resolutions. It's the fact that you actually decide to start doing the things today. So your new year actually starts the right moment, the right time. It's not so much about the first day of January. A lot of you actually even set up resolutions at the beginning of the year, but have you actually sat down to ask yourself, what is it that the wealthy people are doing that I'm not doing? Or what is it that the wealthy people are doing that I haven't invested in? One of the things that you need to know is that they actually plan. Have you planned your year out? Have you set out your goals and put them in place? Do you know the right amount that you want for the project that you're working on, for the things that you want to achieve in life? Because so many times we set so many general goals. You say you want a car, but have you asked yourself, what sort of a car do you want? What model? What color? Even how many Ks? What do you want it to be? Diesel? Do you want it to be, petrol? All those things have to be put into place. When you talk about, I want to be a millionaire, you raise your hand and you say, today I want to be that person. Have you set aside the amount that you want? Because every millionaire knows exactly how many millions that they want to have. Have you decided to have a routine in your life? Too many times we wake up thinking things are just going to pan out. A big bang is going to happen. Have you decided that, my day is going to start at 4:30, my day is going to start at 5 o'clock, and what is it that I'm going to be meditating on? What is your personal development plan? Because so many times we look at the successful people and we just think they got there. That is a mistake, my friends. What you need to know is that they have mapped out a plan. Every single day that they wake up, they know exactly what it is that they want to do and what they want to achieve on that particular day. How many times do you get up knowing that there's something that you want to achieve, and before you know it, lunchtime has come by, you haven't achieved a single thing, and you're wondering why you're not successful? Are you committed to the things that you say you're going to do? Do you actually make the calls that you say you're going to make? Do you hang out with the right people that will influence you to go to a certain level in your career, in your project, planning, in everything that you want to achieve? How many times do you meditate? Do you have this goal? Do you have this vision board that you look at constantly? What is that constant reminder in your life that you want to be successful? Because successful people don't give up. What is your mentality? Are you waking up every single day and hoping that something is just going to happen? Unfortunately, that is not how things are done. You need to ensure that you're putting things in place. When was the last time you actually, looked at your finances? When was the last time you introspected over the relationships that you have? When was the last time you actually found out what is the one thing that I need to do to advance myself in my career? Because you see, success is not so much about the monetary value that you add to yourself, but it's also in the things that you've accumulated. You have to look at your assets. You have to look at the things that, were assets at the beginning, but now they become liabilities. What are the things that are taking out so much of your expenses? What is the one thing that is drawing you back? Because so many times we want to be blinded to the things that are actually not making us advance. When was the last time you had a real talk with yourself? When you actually said, there's some things that I need to cut off, there's some things that I need to continue, or there's some places that I need to be. Sometimes even our success can come from a geographical repositioning. Too many times we're so comfortable in the places that we're at, but they're not panning out for us. They're not growing us. They're not helping us to be strategic. Or maybe they're influences of, just how you go about your day, logistics. Are you successful in the way that you go about with your day? How many Ks do you go from, your home to maybe dropping off your kids to going to work? Have you actually thought about where you stay? Because successful people actually live close to where their money comes from. Successful people, they strategically position themselves in a place that is central. so that you don't have to waste time, which is a big thing that a lot of poor people actually have in their life. They have a poor, timely mindset. Successful people know that time is money. You need to consider every single minute that goes in your life. What are you doing with it? What are you thinking about? What are the things that you are actually putting in place? There's no such thing as lazy time. No such thing as lazy time. In your downtime, you need to make sure that you've achieved the goals for the day. Prioritize. In that one day, in those 24 hours, what is the one thing that you want to achieve? A lot of people came from the holiday season and they didn't understand why time just went by. But you need to remember that as every day goes by, a lot of us have got so many to-do lists. But as you do those to-do lists, what is the one thing that you want to achieve? What is the one thing that you set as a priority that will propel you into your success? When it comes to people that actually own businesses or want to own businesses, when was the last time you looked at your taxes? When was the last time you looked at your annual returns? When did you last, look at the, your procurement paperwork? Are things up to date? Do you know your numbers? Where are you sitting as a business? Because so many times we rely on our accountants, we rely on, the salespeople, we rely on the marketing team, but have we actually sat down to look at the numbers of how our business is performing? Because you cannot expect other people to buy into your vision, to understand what it is that you want to achieve, when you yourself don't even know where you're going. What is your 1 year plan? What is your year 2, your year 3? What are you doing even quarterly? What are the things that you are instilling in other people that even for you, you are doing yourself? Because we cannot expect other people to achieve the things that we haven't achieved. It's very important that as we speak about success, as we think about success, it's not just on the individual basis, but that we're actually growing other people as well. Do you push success in the team that you are working with? Do you push success with the people that surround you? Do you push success with your social circle? Because so many times, even when it comes to your vision, if we do not know where you're going, we won't know on how to be, our self-appointed, accountability partners. You need to make sure that people understand your vision, they buy into your vision, because at the end of the day, people are offering a product, they're offering a service, but we need to understand what is it that you want to achieve in that, when it comes to you giving out that product or the service to society. Because if you don't understand, you don't know, I will not be able to buy into you. Because you need to remember, successful people make sure that people buy into them and not so much about the product and the service. Because we can offer the same thing in the same industry, on the same block, in the same country. But what ultimately I would do as a consumer, as a person that is an influencer in society, I'm going to buy you and not necessarily your product and your service. So what are you giving out as a success tip? What is the one thing that you're telling your team? Guys, let's do this. Let's push. Because if you do not have direction, you will not be going anywhere. You cannot say that, I have a goal to achieve and we don't know what that goal is. What is your goal? What is the one thing that you want to achieve? Because the thing with setting goals is, if you have something right ahead of you, it doesn't matter if you're going to divert and go to the left or you're going to divert and go to the right. Why? Because even if you go off track, there's something ahead of you that has actually been put in place such that you do not go wayward. Because imagine if you don't have a goal in front of you and you start moving and then all of a sudden you hit a hump, you hit challenges, you hit all these things that, draw you back, and you want to get back on track and you don't have a goal. You will find that you'll be aimlessly just, propelling forward and nothing is happening. So you need to ensure that you set goals, you put things in place, and you understand exactly where you're going. So one of the things that successful people do is that they actually take care of themselves. They look after themselves, whether it's, the amount of sleep that they're getting, the type of food that they're eating, the kind of places that they're exposed to, the people that they speak to. Who are the people that are actually talking to you? Who are the people that are giving you that, a motivation, the people that are giving you that drive? What are the positive things or the negative things that they're saying? Are you weighing your options? Are you sitting down to actually say, and ask yourself, is this good for me? Because if you're just, taking things like a sponge, you will find yourself so filled up, and by the time you're squeezing yourself out, there's so many things that are coming out and you're going to be drained. So you need to understand that in your journey to you, transforming into a successful person, a wealthy person, it begins with the mindset. It begins with what you're putting in. It begins with what you're reading, what you're seeing. All these things play a major role in everything that you want to achieve. I hope that today's episode has been very helpful for you. We can continue the conversation on social media. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and Periscope. It's at Caro Mushota TT, and subscribe to the website. It's www.caromushotatv.com. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.